Pierogi are dumplings with savory, sometimes also sweet filling. They are very popular in Poland, and today I wanted to share with you a recipe for the most popular one, the most traditional one, Pierogi Ruskie. I have for you a vegan version that tastes exactly like the original one, just minus the suffering of animals. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we will start by preparing the filling. We will dice 600 grams of potatoes. I am just cleaning mine and I skip the peeling. I use organic potatoes, so definitely opt for those if you can. Dicing them will make them cook a bit faster, but you can also skip it and just cook them whole. While the potatoes are cooking, we will finely dice about 300 grams of onion. On the pan, we will heat up a bit of vegetable oil and add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika powder and generous pinch of salt. Then we will fry the onion until it's golden brown. When the potatoes are soft, we will strain them and place them in a bowl. Then we will add 400 grams of tofu and mash it all together. If your tofu is very firm, you might have a little bit of a problem with mashing it with a potato masher. In that case, I would highly recommend you to just blend the tofu separately or just break it apart into very small pieces with your hands and then mash the potatoes separately and then just connect it afterwards. Do not blend the potatoes, don't use blender on potatoes, because I promise you, you will end up with a gooey, chewy, gross mush thing. I promise you, I tried and it didn't end well. Then we'll add the onion, 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of freshly grounded pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt and 50 milliliters of lemon juice. Then we will mix it all well and set aside. To make the dough, we will sift 500 grams of all-purpose flour, add 3 teaspoons of vegetable oil, half a teaspoon of salt and 250 milliliters of warm water. Then we'll mix it all very well. On a pastry board or another flat surface, we will knead the dough until it's smooth and elastic, which can take about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll cut the dough in two and wrap 1/2 in a clean, damp cotton cloth. We will sprinkle the pastry board with some flour and start rolling out the dough until it's thin. You want to go for about 1 to 2, maybe 3 millimeters thick. Then we'll cut the circles in the dough with a jar or glass and placing the stuffing in. We will close them, squeezing sides and finishing off with a little decorations made with a fork. My circles are pretty big, but you can make them smaller as well. Cover ready pierogi with a clean cotton cloth to prevent them from drying up and continue with the rest of the dough until you use it all up. Then we'll boil some water with a little bit of oil and salt, and once the water is boiling, gently place the pierogi in. We'll cook them until they float on the surface. Cook them in batches so they have enough space to move in the pot, then gently take them out. Serve them hot with some vegan butter or vegan yogurt or some fried onion. You can also combine it all together if you want, and then sprinkle with some freshly grounded pepper and salt. You can store them in the fridge or freeze them. If you want to know how, you can find the tips in the box description below or head over to the recipe on my website to read how to do it so they do not stick to each other. And now this recipe is not the healthiest. It has a lot of white flour and oil, but that's basically how it traditionally goes, and I really wanted for you to try the proper pierogi. But I will be posting some healthiest options in the future, some gluten-free option for the dough and also one maybe whole grain, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm thinking also of making different types of stuffing. I will be posting for sure 2 more for the most traditional ones, which are like with a fake meat and also with mushrooms and sauerkraut. But then later on I will be probably showing you some different stuffing with lentils and dried tomatoes, yeah, all that jazz. So definitely, if you're interested in the subject more, if you would like to explore more the Polish cuisine, if you would like to explore the Polish cuisine a little bit more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and also click the notification button so you don't miss any of my future videos. If you enjoyed this one, I would highly appreciate if you can give it a thumbs up and also comment down below what you thought of it. And yeah, that's it for today. As always, the full recipe, the full breakdown to this recipe is already up on the website. I would highly recommend you to head over there. There is also a free PDF that you can download for the future reference. Also, I highly invite you to join me on my Instagram. I post there more often than here. There are some exclusive recipes as well, so definitely head over there after this video. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.